So this is going to be the resonance section of our work today. We're still here with Beth and Stephen. So in the resonance section, we're going to be looking at the sound, the quality of the sound that we make and how we can feel the sound. We had to look at how we can feel the breath in the breath section, and now we're going to look at how we can feel the sound, the buzz in this section. First of all, what I want to do is I want to just pay particular attention to an area of the body that we call the channel in voice work. This is basically your throat and your mouth. If you think about what we did in the breathwork section, we just allowed the breath to drop deep in the body and then supported the sound as it was coming up and out in its journey, as it were, through the body. Well, if you can imagine, the channel is quite a narrow section of the body, and we don't want the voice to get stuck or inhibited or any tension to linger there, because we want the sound to flow freely through the body. So we're going to have a look at just releasing that area of the channel. The first parts that we're going to look at in releasing that is the jaw. There is a muscle that runs around here. It's called the masseter muscle, connects the jaw, and we're just going to give that a massage. So if we can just clench the teeth and just find that muscle, it's sort of at the back here, and then let the clenching of your teeth go. Obviously we want to release tension, not putting it in, it's just a handy way to find it. And really let yourself, with your thumbs and your fingers, get into that muscle, dragging. There's some space in between the back teeth and allowing the jaw, the bottom of the jaw, to just drop down here. So again, spend some time on this. You know, you really want to release that tension in the jaw. This may be uncomfortable for some people because you may have quite a lot of tension within that particular area of the body. Again, if you're having trouble with some exercises, sometimes that's an indication of that's the area that you need to work on. Okay, so just letting that go. And then also just sweeping down, encouraging the jaw to just remain open, and then just letting ourselves a little bit more space in between the front teeth, Stephen. There we go. And then an exercise made famous by the film The King's Speech. We're going to shake our hands and our jaw is going to wiggle. It's very important that you don't just move the jaw and shake your hands. So you don't go like ah, rah, 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 and shake your hands. That it's actually the movement of your hands that moves a free, floppy jaw. So think of your jaws as nice and floppy, as if they're falling away from your face. Clasp your hands together and give it a shake. So again, you can come back to that exercise and do it as many times as you want and intersperse it in your work if this is an area that you need to work on. Okay, spine roll exercise. Again, we did the spine roll in the breath exercise, in the breath work. We also have on the website a spotlight on the spine roll if you want to have a look at this in more in-depth. It's a real help actually, because this can be quite a tricky one to grasp all the details of it. Okay, so I'm just going to use Beth as my guinea pig. Okay, so again, just to be clear, we want to have a nice strong alignment of the spine, and there is some information on alignment on the website also. We want to make sure that her tailbone is not tucked up, she's not overarching the back, and she's not leaning the hips too far forward and therefore straightening the back. Remember that the back is an S shape. So we want a nice long back, a nice long neck, so making sure that we are taking into account the vertebra of the neck, still part of the spine. So with this spine roll, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we're really sounding on this one. This is the resonance section, so we're going to have a look at the sound. What we want to have is we want to have a nice strong sound on the way down and a hum on the way up. And the reason why we want to do this is we want to connect that idea of the core support muscles that we have supporting sound and the use of the core support muscles on the free flowing movement. therefore making a nice association between supported sound and free, open, aligned bodies. Okay? So I'm going to walk my fingers down Beth's spine, and as she goes down, I'm just going to walk my fingers down Beth's spine so that she can release each vertebra as I get to it, letting the head lead. So really letting the weight of the head take you forward. The shoulders are really free and loose as she goes the way down. Trying to let the whole body just really lengthen there. Remembering that the key to the spine roll and this position in the spine roll is letting the head be loose and free and the shoulders again be loose. So we're going to roll up on a hum, paying particular attention to tuck the tailbone down, not using the thigh muscles, using the core muscles. Please refer to the spotlight on spine rolls if you want this more defined. So rolling up on the hum, sending that tailbone down, placing the hips in there, and then coming all the way up. Very good. Okay, thank you. So really remembering that you're building the tailbone down so that you can build the rest of the spine on top of that. So if you guys just want to do a couple of downs and ups. So really letting the head lead, flopping right down. And you feel free to take a couple of breaths here to let that, so you're really working with the cycle of the breath still. We're not cheating or manipulating this, even though we're bringing in the sound. So try for the sound to be nice and strong and confident. Try not to judge the sound too much. This is a warm-up. And then on the next roll down, guys, if you guys could just get into prayer position. So I'm asking the guys to go back down into prayer position. And we're going to basically start from now where we kind of finished off on the breath video. If you want to kind of run the videos together, it is useful to go back to the point at the end of the breath video and come back to this point. So just allowing yourselves to get in to the rhythm of the breath and getting into semi-supine. So again, if you want to watch Stephen, he's doing that little way of getting into semi-supine that you can check your alignment there, and again refer to the other information on the website. So hands on bellies. So all the end of the breath video has happened up to this point. So tuning into the rhythm of the breath, letting the breath be nice and loose and natural. And then marking that moment where the in-breath turns into the out-breath, this time with a hum, with a nice, strong So I'm going to let the guys spend a little time humming here. Again, this is a point where you might want to pause the video and spend quite a bit of time just getting used to sounding with the cycle of the breath, feeling the vibrations of the hum. I'm going to move these guys on now. So just start to feel that hum on your lips. Start to move the face around as if you're moving the vibrations all through the face. So I'm asking the guys to move their bodies, and we're going to extend this into complete movements of the whole body so that they can start to send the vibrations into the different parts of the body to really feel the voice. So begin to send the vibrations into your chest. Maybe you can feel them in your shoulders. Feel free to use your hands to sense the vibrations, or to release areas of the body by patting. The more you continue to sound, the better. But make sure at the end of the sound, you let the breath replenish itself, fall into the body, and then begin sounding again. So you can begin stretching out your arms and your legs. So as I was stretching there, I felt the vibrations moving through my arm and actually into the palm of my hand. The more released and open your body is, the more you stretch and move with it, the more you really give in to the idea that you're probably going to look a little bit daft, the more you're going to feel the benefit, really feel the whole body buzzing and vibrating. So as you can see, these guys are really going for it, really letting themselves move the whole of the body. And feel free to change your pitch or your tone or the quality of sound. Do certain pitches resonate in different parts of the body? Can you feel those vibrations in different parts of the body? Maybe higher pitches in the head, lower pitches down the base of the spine. And then again, feel free to change the sound to a zzz, a shh, a shh, and a zzz. Feel free to change the sound into a zzz, a or a shh. Anything that has vibrations, anything that's buzzing. My personal favourite is a V, a V sound. You can find what suits you. So really letting yourself travel there, guys, if you need to. The more you let yourself go with this, the better it is. And then just keeping on sounding, guys, getting yourself slowly back into prayer position. So it's really important that when we've been doing a lot of floor work, that you get up with delicacy and ease and trying to bring the work that you've been doing up. So if you guys want to continue to sound, continue to work with the voice and the cycle of the breath, it's like you're bringing that work up with you instead of just popping straight up. So you guys continue to sound, tuck your toes underneath you, extend your legs. Make sure your heads are staying dropped and you're really releasing the head and the neck and the shoulders so you can release that further back. There you go. Okay. And then keep sounding. Walking your hands back to your feet. So you keep sounding because you're bringing up that work there. Working with the cycle of the breath. Obviously on the in-breath you let the breath roll in. And when you've got a nice new sound, rolling up the spine on that sound. When you get to the top, I want you to open out into a nice big open ah. Lovely. Okay, guys. How did that feel for you?
It's nice.
Yes.
It's quite releasing, actually. It's quite liberating to just have a roll around and feel the vibrations in yourself. Like if you touch your chest, you can feel it's all humming, and even now as I'm speaking, you can really still sense them. You can still feel.
Fantastic.
Yeah, just experiment with various different moves, different positions, different vibrations, or in different places depending on the position you're in, and just really commit to it 100%.
Yeah, you can feel a little self-conscious in these kind of exercises, and you just kind of need to brush that aside. You need to get over that quite quickly and just let yourself go.